Welcome to MD19 Convo, Lions. This is a quick video tutorial for attendees to navigate around the site so you can become familiar and use the site with ease. We're going to start with the login process. You're going to receive an email similar to this one that has a click here to access your event portal. You're going to use that click here. It's a unique URL for each person to create their password privately and log in. So when you click on the click here and create your password, you need to finish the process by logging in. You'll need your username, which is your email address, and the password you just created. Once you're in the site, you'll be greeted with a welcome video that will pop up on the welcome lobby. After you watch that video, you can click stop and it'll revert back into the screen. And you have this welcome lobby where you can navigate around. Any of these blue buttons are clickable, so you can go to the sessions, meet the speakers, visit the exhibit hall. You can even click on the Montreal logo over here and visit the Montreal site for the invention. Over here on the left wall, you have some featured sessions that we just don't want you to miss. We have Patty Hill branding your club service, for example, and you can click on that to see more about that particular session as well. Next, I want to point out this left navigation over here on the side. These have some more places for you to visit and go that maybe aren't on the welcome lobby. The first thing we're going to start with is the very bottom item, My Profile. We want you to be sure to update your profile. So when I click on that, it's going to take me to my profile where I can upload a picture and I can answer these questions or fill in these fields that are specific to me. Your privacy settings, we also want to pay attention to that. Sending you email notifications, they're just within the event, just for the event, rather. Show my profile in the community. That's a great way to connect with everyone else here so that they can see that you're here. Allow other people to request meetings with me. If I want to have one-on-one meetings with people at the event, that is available. And then we have attendee-to-attendee messaging. So if you want to say hi to your friends and want them to say hi to you, be sure and have that clicked as well. You can also share your schedule so people know what sessions you've chosen to go with. Just don't forget to click Save. Next, we're going to click on Home, and it's going to take us back to that main lobby. So if I'm ever lost in the site, I can always click Home on the left navigation and get back. If the left navigation is closed, if I click on this thin, darker color, it's going to close that navigation, but it's still going to appear here. I can always click on that little house, or I can click just next to it and open that navigation back up. Up here next to your picture, your profile picture that you uploaded, we have a little bell that will give you notifications. The little cog will take you to your profile, just like down below My Profile, and then the little balloon will create some attendee-to-attendee messaging. So if I click on that notifications, it's going to take me, you can see it kind of highlight here, it's going to take me to the list of notifications that have been provided throughout the event, so you can see all of those notifications here. They're also going to pop up on your screen. I think they pop up on the right over here. Next, if I click on the little balloon and I want to send a message, I want to click on this other balloon, search for the person. There's Peter. I can click on his name and write a message below. He'll get that and be able to respond if he's online looking at it, or when he becomes online, he'll be able to do that. I can also view his profile from here if I'd like, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Again, where do I go from here? I have my left navigation if I know where I want to go, or I can always click back to that home and it's going to take me back to that welcome lobby. On this lobby, I did forget to point out we do have some sponsors that have their logos up here, and they are clickable. So be sure to visit the sponsor hall. The whole exhibit hall is available as well. And when you click on that, either from the left navigation or below, it's going to take you to the list of sponsors. You can click on any of those sponsors and see more information about them. I'm actually going to click on Penticton because I know that they have a video. So many of the sponsors have a video you can watch. And then below, they might have some resources you can download. And you can also type a message to them to get a response. We also have an "It's okay to contact me." So if you want more information and you want somebody to reach out to you about, in this example, Penticton, go ahead and click that. And it says, "Thank you for your interest." And now that sponsor will get your information and can follow up with you later. If you've accidentally clicked it, you can click it again to remove yourself as well. All right, so again, I can click on the exhibit hall to go back to that main hall and visit other sponsors. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the home button as well. And another thing I want to point out on here is networking and chat lounge. So while we went over the attendee to attendee message, if you want to meet with people individually in a Zoom situation, you can click on networking, and it's going to take you to schedule meeting. And when I select that, I can fill out the subject, what it's about. I'm going to actually be pre-populated as the host in here as the person creating the meeting. I won't have to choose myself. And then you can invite another attendee, and you can invite additional attendees. So if you want to have a committee meeting, for example, you can create that right here. Meeting location, define your own location. You want to put your Zoom URL or whatever online GoToMeetings, whatever URL the other people can click to join your meeting and meet with you. Once you send that invite in the upper right over here, it's not only going to be sent to the users within the MD19 Convo system, but it's also going to be sent to their email directly. So they can accept or decline if it's not a good time for them. Back to home, and we're going to talk about the chat lounge. So if I click on chat lounge, this is just a place to go to chat with other people in the system. So right below here, we have the chat lounge, and we can just type a message and join in the conversation. I'm going to click back to the home, so I can always go right back to where I started from to go to other areas of the site. Since we're talking about networking and chatting, the next thing I'm going to cover off on is community. If I click on community or who's here, it's going to take me to a list of everybody in the community. I have a couple of ways to view this. Over here on the top right, I can view it in this list format, or I can view it in a grid format if I want. I can search for somebody by their name, or I can use this filter over here. So if I want to click on filter and I want to see who's here that it's their first convention, I would filter on that, and it's going to show me the people that meet that criteria. Next, we have a speaker directory. We'll start talking about sessions and speakers, but we have a speaker directory that's very similar to our community page as well. So you have that filter over there on the top. You can message people if they've opted in for that. You can click on people's profiles, and I didn't show you this on the community, but you can click on the community as well. And you can see a little bit about that person. Let's see if we can find, here's Bob Elliott. He has a nice profile. He's filled out his bio and other information about him as a Lion. And then this is a session that he's speaking at and we'll talk about this add to schedule in just a moment. But if I'm looking at Bob and I see his session, I can certainly add it to my schedule right from here. We'll also talk about these badges earned in just a moment as well. I'm going to click on sessions over here on my left navigation to go to sessions so that I can build out my schedule. This is going to take you to, it'll default to Friday, but I can click around and look at on demand, I can look at Friday, and I can look at Saturday. Any of the sessions that are plenary or something like that are mandatory on your schedule so that you don't miss them. And so they're already going to appear there. But we have a lot of breakout sessions that you can go ahead and add to your schedule as well. So I'm going to click on Saturday, November 6th. And I can look through here, and here I have Lions learning opportunities. And maybe I want to attend that. Maybe I just know right off the bat I can click add to schedule. It's going to add it to my schedule so I don't forget about it. Or maybe I need a little bit more information. I can click more and see just a little bit more information. Or I can click on the title, and it's going to take me to everything about that session, including a live chat. So if I wanted to talk about what I'm looking forward to in this session or how great the session was afterwards, I can certainly type a message here. If I click on attendees, I can see who else is attending this session as long as they've opted in to share that information. Once I've actually attended the session, I'm going to be able to click on evaluate and put in an evaluation as well. Right now, the links for the sessions are not added, but once it's added to your schedule, you're also going to see a join online URL. You're going to click on that URL. It's going to open a Zoom call for you to join this session live with the speaker. All right, when I have added these sessions to my schedule, it's going to show over here on my schedule. So I'm going to click on my schedule on the left navigation, and I can see everything that's already on my schedule. Here's that learning opportunities that I added to my schedule. Here's the opening session, the fun night, second plenary session that are already appearing on my schedule. I can remove, of course, maybe I have a conflict or decided to go to a different session. I removed that. We are going to try and make sessions available to people after the fact through a recording. So don't worry if you're going to miss something. You can catch up later with that. I can also look at any on-demand sessions that I added to my schedule. Maybe I just didn't want to forget to go back and watch those, so I can add those to my schedule as well. Also, we talked about that networking, creating a meeting, and I can see any meetings I have scheduled on my schedule as well. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is the game. We have a scavenger game, and so this is to help you learn how to navigate around the system. There's some prizes at the end of the event for people with top points, a drawing. And this tells you, what the action is and how many points you can earn on this action. So visit the chat lounge. So we saw that on the main home page, and we clicked on chat lounge. And so that's how you would visit that chat lounge and get those points for the gamification. Visit the community page. We went over that. Visit a community profile. So go look at somebody's specific profile to earn some points that way. Search. So a lot of these things we've gone over how you do them, but certainly reach out to us if you have any sort of question on how you do something. We're happy to help. Next, I want to just point out that we have a care page over here, and this is a service project of raising money for care, and so we're asking for pledges. We have a little competition between the U.S. and Canadian Lions to raise money. We have some goals. We'd love to exceed those goals. So this will be updated throughout the event. If I click yes, I will pledge, it's going to take me to a form. I'm just simply going to fill out this form so that we know what monies are coming and when you're going to be sending those. There is a care session, so if you'd like to join us for a session, you simply can click on that and add that session to your calendar or to your schedule. The next thing I want to point out is evaluations. Once those are available, you can also see the list of evaluations here by clicking on evaluations on the left navigation. Hopefully we'll have an overall event evaluation that we want you to complete as well. And I think the last thing that we're going to go over is need help. So if I click on that, I have several help articles if I'm having trouble on, how to join a live session. When I click on that link, it's going to take me to a super quick, simple set of directions like this. So I'm in the schedule builder, I select my schedule and live session, join online meeting, and that's where I'm going to click. So, and it shows you a different way to get to the same thing as well. And so these articles are there to help you just in case you have any issues or problems. Lastly, day of the event, you'll hopefully be logging in several days before the event. But on the day of the event, if you're having any problems, there's also going to be a live chat button in the lower right corner. So if you need some immediate assistance, you can click that to ask your question or help get your questions answered. Thank you for staying with me through this whole video. I covered a lot of things. And hopefully that will help you navigate and enjoy your MD-19 Convo.